look at this in roughly four dimensions. The first dimension is communication. Given the fact that you've got mobile phones where you can chat / text or speak to people or send images or send video. So this universally available communication channel is one way things are changing. How are they changing? Well, first of all, as opposed to getting a claim via a form, you can directly call the insurance company from the site of the problem that you've had. If you can't talk, you can do a chat, via a chatbot or directly to a human being chatting with you. You can simply take an image of what's happened and send it off. And finally, you can take a video and send it off. And this is not merely a question of starting the claim, right? It's also a question of how the claims department elicits additional information. It's also a question of how you end up servicing the claim, how you end up communicating with all of the parties who are involved, right? This is a kind of a pretty major change from the traditional paper or mail or phone call ages. That's one. The second thing is the ease by which location can be verified and the fact that you can use people's location as a way of responding. So from a verification perspective, now clearly, I don't need to ask you where you are. This stuff, clearly emergency departments have been using this for a while. This is now readily available. And now that I want to know your location, I can also respond. I can find the nearest glass repair shop. I can find the nearest towing company. So these two things are pretty significant. The other two really have to do with what I'm going to call devices of two types. One is devices which are static. For instance, IoT devices which may be monitoring air quality or maybe monitoring heat or maybe monitoring how fast you're driving and how much you're braking, like as in gizmo sitting under your driver's seat. So the nice part about these is these can monitor for events that have not happened, which is wonderful because it's much cheaper to prevent events, right? They can warn both the company and the insured about a hazard that's about to happen or is happening. And finally, they can also record. They can provide a trail of evidence, which becomes useful if you need to go to court or need to prove something or stuff like that. And then what I call dynamic devices include things like drones. When I say drones, not merely drones which fly and take pictures where it's not safe or possible for human beings to go, but also drones which may swim, drones which may be able to go down pipes to inspect remotely and send back information either from an investigation perspective or clearly from a prevention perspective.
Would it be fair to say that the ultimate impact, or one of the chief ones out of all of those trends which you mentioned, is the increase in speed that claims departments would be experiencing?
It's not just the experience. I think it's the increasing speed that the customers are expecting. That's the other issue, that they're being compared to other industries and to other consumer experiences the customers are having. I can make a wire transfer today, which happens in a second. Well, they're expecting the same sort of response from their insurance company.